Gary Lineker, Golden Boot, Mexico,
86.
86.
So you talking like they just had the World Cup.
I was there.
Dean's just been a little blaze in between, just like nothing.
That's where you got that Mexican cough.
Taxi! Thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for supporting WizAnn. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell for any future videos. Aaron, thank you for coming and visiting us, and Tom. And the first time we've had two megastars in the new WizAnn podcast studio. You are megastars, come on. I mean, together, we get, if my podcast gets 1,000 views, we have a little party.
About 1,000 though. You got to think 1,000 people have sat down and watched that.
I know, it's unbelievable.
People are interested in that. Yeah.
1,000 people.
If you fill out 1,000 people anywhere, like imagine 1,000 people in this school.
Yeah. You're not so proud of my 1,000 people, Aaron.
Yeah, I could definitely. I mean, you've paid for them, but still.
I did do an LTDA careers weekend. They done Friday and Saturday. The LTDA done Olympia, and to encourage people to start the knowledge. And it was really, really surprisingly successful. The people there would have never seen a stand of suggesting the job of being a London taxi driver. So all the kids are walking around, they're seeing all the universities, and every stand there was really bland.
Quite boring and corporate, I'd imagine.
Yeah, they were terrible. Matter of fact, most of them, I looked at them and I thought, I don't actually know what you do. What is it?
Yes.
There was nothing. But the LTDA stand was really perfect. And one of the other shocking things that came about from it was they did a little quiz where they asked school leavers how much they think it would cost from Olympia to Buckingham Palace in a cab. And they gave £150 prize. The guesses were there was some guesses over 200, loads of guesses over 150 there at that ballpark. A lot of guesses in 80s to 60s. So the perception of how much they think we cost.
It's fucking criminal, isn't it?
Wow.
So, and I think what we're looking at is somewhere between £25, £30 bad day.
Yeah.
It's about that, yeah.
So they didn't know that. Anyway, but it was very good of the LTDA to do it. It was really, really successful. Loads of students come up. And one of the things, because I was there doing it with them, that they mentioned was all the social media. The reason they even knew about us was through the social media. They actually mentioned Young Mo. They did mention you, and they did mention you. But as I said to you, they said they wanted to give it up once they mentioned you.
I'm too miserable for the trade.
Yeah.
Can I sort of suggest something maybe like in the future?
Yeah.
Those types of events, would it not be wise to take someone like Mo, him, and or me, or like as a collective? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know?
Maybe I don't know.
They would absolutely have jumped at the chance if you'd have suggested it. They would have probably thought that why would big stars like you be interested in that?
No, bollocks. They need to be proactive. It's not up to us to because I didn't know that. I don't know if you.
I do know of a few of them going on, but no one's. It's always been sort of, oh, by the way, we've already done this sort of thing. Do you fancy sticking your head in? Kind of.
And it's always like a last minute thing, like, oh, what are you doing tomorrow? We've got a big function going on. Like, can you get 5 cabs down? Like, sorry, what?
Yeah.
Let us know, and then we could plan accordingly. Look, I bring all the equipment, and you can go around and interview potential like knowledge students for the future, and then that's what we sort of do, you know. So
I think it brings it all together. If they've seen us online, that's kind of like the image of, like, you know, if that's the people in the trade. Like when I started out, the people I would kind of almost look up to or know as like the figures in the trade were always like the union kind of reps.
Yeah.
You know, you look at them and you see them about and go, oh, that's that guy, you know. And
I'm going to join your union.
But I think that now they know that, because they will know that. This year was the first year they'd done it.
Yeah.
And the people that arranged it and organised it was Anthony Street and Suzanne Sullivan. And I think they were stressed to high heaven with the complexity. And I also think it was an enormous lot of money and a risk and an investment. But they've learnt step 1, and I think step 2 will be to do what you just suggested. I mean, it was exhausting. I mean, it was not easy to stand there in the noise and these young kids and then speak to them all. But the mums and dads came on the Saturday with the children, and you see a lot of them realising that there's no way in the world my kid's going to be a doctor. This might be, you know, and the kids stand there thinking, but Mum, I want to play the guitar for the Rolling Stones. Yeah. It's like, yeah, well, maybe you need a job like this.
Pass the knowledge and take your guitar over Heathrow Airport and just do it in a fucking feeder park.
That was the whole idea as well. That was what they were getting across. You want to be something that you're going to gamble on, that you may not make it in. then be a cab driver, so you have a security of a job forever, and then go and attempt to be whatever it is.
Well,
you
here's an
wanna be.
interesting one that I only recently found out, and I don't know how true this is. You might be able to back this up. Is that you can't become a mini cab driver until age 21. Obviously, you can't drive a black cab till you're 21, but you can go on the knowledge at 18.
Yeah.
But you can't go on to do a yellow badge at age 18. According to this podcast that went out that Paul did with a young lad, Dan, who's 18.
Ben, yesterday.
Was it Ben? Yeah.
That's Ben Smith.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's saying that you can't even apply to do a yellow badge until you're 21.
I would doubt that Ben would be an authority to say that.
Well,
Was
if he's
good
looked
information.
into it, he seemed quite clued up on all the stuff going on the things.
Yeah.
But maybe if he looked into it.
That
But anyway,
wouldn't make
but
sense.
irregardless, it's a good case of taking one of the badges versus becoming an Uber driver, because you can start at 18 when you've left school, you're pondering about or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You do it, and then age 21. I mean, if you've got an inkling of it when you're age 18, you can either wait until you're 21 to become a mini cab driver, or just start the knowledge at 18, and then 21, bang, you've got the badge already.
Yeah.
So it's a good.
I see a yellow badge the other day pick up in central London. Yeah,
Could be on an app though.
still was picking up in central London.
How much? I mean, it doesn't give me the ump very much, but how much did it give you the ump?
Not as much as it used to.
Mm.
'Cause
Did you see the YouTube clip? What they call it when a clip goes viral?
A viral YouTube clip. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I've got Alzheimer's disease. Yeah, the old viral clip. So the guy is a yellow badge and a green badge house him down on purpose. I think I have to look at the clip again. I think he runs up at him on the lights and he can see that the identifiers in the back, and he sort of says, "Mate, will you take me to whatever, Liverpool Street, whatever?" And he gets in the back and then he gets out again. He says, "You're a yellow badge." And he has, "Right, I'll go at him." And I thought, oh, well, really, you know.
Some people will turn around and be like, "Oh, it's not a good advert for the trade," but then just people need to be better. I remember going to the Mondrian for the weekend with my missus. I came out and there was a yellow badge that was dropping off like from City Airport, and because I know that in the sense of the concierge said, to the people getting, where you come from? Like, they'll just come from City Airport and flowing from Dusseldorf or whatever it was. The concierge then said to the cab driver, we've got another job, are you available? And I'm hovering, so I'm saying to me, "Missus, just wait here." She's like, what you doing? And I went, "Hang on, just wait there." And he went, yeah. And he's waiting, and people come out, and the cab driver's nodding. And I went, "What are you doing?" "You what?" I went, "You're a yellow badge, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing." He went, "Oh, I know who you are." I went, "Yeah, I know you do. Not being Billy Big Bollocks here." And I went, "You should just be better. You shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Do it round the corner, fucking try your luck round the corner," because they all do it, you know. And that's not me fucking grassing or whatever, but everyone's tried to get away with bits and bobs.
So he was nicking a big fare from them. He was getting a doorman fare.
Yeah, but no, he weren't paying the doorman or anything. The doorman just said, "Oh, are you available for another job?" Because the doorman don't know, obviously, green and yellow.
Yeah.
So he was just, "Oh, are you available now?"
Okay.
And the bloke was like, "Yeah." But then he drove off.
What lost me was when you said the Mondrian taking your old lady to there, and I was really picturing you usually go to the travel lodge. That kind of confused me a bit. You upmarket it.
I go to the travel lodge for a shit, but it's one at King's Cross. He was hiding his face as well. You know, one of them like they're arching their head, like looking out the window. I'm like, "Oh, you all right there, mate? You all right?"
But just straight ahead, like I've heard the horn, whatever.
Yeah, but I didn't even beer. I just sort of slowed down and looked in as if to say, "Oh, fucking all right." Because then, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything. We've worked out that nothing gets done in this trade amongst things, because you always get these, I don't know, the trade savers that will say, "Don't row in front of passengers."
No, you shouldn't row in front of passengers.
So
That's a no-no.
You can't do anything.
No.
And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna grass?
That's another thing, you know.
I don't think your moral fibre will be like, I'm not grassing. Can't be doing it.
I did have a yellow badge that did get grassed up, but by the passenger. So
Oh, fair play.
he was picked up on Pennant Mews for the Cromwell Hospital. So he dropped off there, yellow badge. And I'm going to make up some details just to make the story make sense. When he dropped off at the Cromwell Hospital, the fella come out and wanted to go somewhere east, let's just say Tower London. And the yellow badge didn't know where it was and drove out of the Cromwell and then started heading towards the airport. And it was only that fact that got him caught, because the guy in the back was like, I I don't know if you're going the right way here and or whatever. So he got reported on the fact of the bad route, which caused him to get reported. And then he's came to me and he's saying, Dean, I've got a complaint against me. I think it's doing the knowledge at the same time. And it was like, well, it's a bit difficult to sort of argue against this one. You know, the guy's really clear about, well, you've ended up on the A4 in the M4 elevation section.
Heading to Bristol.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't remember where it was going to go. Yeah.
I just wanted a coffee, mate. We'll be back on the road in a minute.
Well, the consequences will still be fairly minor. You'd expect to get a slapped wrist, be a bit scared to do it in the future. And would they do it again in the future?
Do you agree with yellow badges being able to work the apps?
I'm going to say absolutely yes. But
I don't know, because I only learnt the other day the distinction of, or in the literature of island ranks. Do you know the terminology island ranks?
A rank that's in the middle of the road?
No, but island as in for yellow badges. So if you go through the...
Oh, okay.
Because obviously if you've got ones like, say, Finsbury Park, yellow badges can work that, but obviously they can't work the streets nearby. Clapham is Clapham Common's the same one, Tooting's the same. When I saw them down in Tooting, I just thought, well, maybe that's just the edge of the sector, but that technically is an island, which means they can get there, and then once they join the rank, then they can put their light on. But technically, there's like a perimeter on the way there where they're not allowed to have the light on.
Gotcha.
So there's kind of...
It's like manual geofencing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really.
Old school geofencing.
Yeah.
But you need things like that because there probably is some parts of town that do have an increased demand that we can't fill as green badge drivers.
Do you think we don't fulfil Clapham as green badge? Well, there's a lot we don't fulfil at the moment because the numbers are low.
But like, you know, whenever there's like an event going on at, I mean, I don't know. I mean, is ABBA one that yellow badges can get on ABBA, can't they?
I think they get on ABBA.
They do ABBA, Stratford, yeah.
But things like that there's more and more bits out on the edges that we ain't ever going to get to.
This came in some years ago.
Because you'd rather the yellow badges do it, I think, than the Pond Life.
Yeah.
Yes. The other fellas.
No offence to them lot. I mean, there's some on the knowledge, and no offence.
That's a song by Blur, wasn't it? Pond Life.
No, Pond Life. Park Life.
Same thing.
Time is kicking in.
But yeah, yellow badges all sort of, that's weird, because then you got the old boys in the green badge will be like, oh, why don't you just do the green badge if you want to do green badge work?
It was controversial when they did this. I remember it getting introduced, but the term island ranks is going to be new for when that started, because this has not been something that's historically in place forever.
No,
I think it would have been maybe 2000, 2005, somewhere around there. They must have brought that in. Yeah. And it was the guys that were saying that Clapham is not being serviced. And I think it was a way of... It probably coincided with the introduction of the...
actual identifiers,
Not that, the other firm coming in and then thinking, okay, we need to service those ranks. Maybe we can keep... We're losing the yellow badges, because the yellow badges is probably going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, people are not really jumping on the yellow badge.
And the other one as well is that, according to, I think it's Marius, who was driver operations at Free now, he's now moved over to Uber, if any of you know that news at all. Yeah. He was saying there's about 1,000 cabbies on.
He's lying. I'm not having that.
Well, he's either lying or could a big number of them be yellow badges? But I'm not dissing any. I don't know any yellow badge drivers, to be fair. So if anyone's listened to this, I don't know. But like, they might know. But if anyone's going to be tempted to kind of lured into it, maybe them.
Definitely. But I think that's them trying to big up, look at us. We're making inroads, and more of these cab drivers are signing up to us. So what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Nah. And if you've got an ounce of moral fibre, I would probably hazard a guess that you aren't going to go over.
What if you knew? I mean, there's nowhere in the world I'd go anywhere near anything to do with it. But if you're new to this industry and you've just passed out and you don't carry any history from that, you may just think it's an app and it's obviously part of the trade. So they're probably hoping for some sort of longevity in that sense. Slowly over time.
Yeah.
They're wearing us down. But your firm's coming, isn't it? Now that you're under the pay packet of Jump.
Hump. Yeah, Jump. Yeah. Slanderous.
Go on.
Do you know what? With them, I get cab drivers like being bothered about the percentage in which taxi world charge. I get it and I understand, especially when you've got other firms that are charging 0.9% or 1 point whatever percent. But for years, ever since I've been a cab driver, all I've ever heard from cab drivers before me is that we need our own app. Obviously, Halo was
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and
yeah.
obviously it's evolved into what it is today. But to be 0% commission. Now, Jump, Taxi World haven't got that outside investment from corporate companies to fund their venture as such. They've used their own money, their own income to create the app, to give it to us. All right, you pay 3.75% plus 20p on every transaction. But over time, if we can get more corporate work as such away from the two big corporate firms, like the I don't want to give them fucking any airtime here, the other mobs, to get over to Jump, it will hopefully even itself out and still be at the 0%. Because then obviously you've obviously got cab drivers that like, why don't you allow other credit card companies to use it? Well, then those others will then still want a piece of the pie. They'll start charging, and it just goes against what Jump or Taxi World are trying to achieve.
It's been enormously successful though, very
massive.
quickly.
I'll point this out as well. I mean, since I've started posting up about them, what was it, back in the summer, their social media has grown over 1,000%. Their passenger download, I'm not saying it's just through me or whatever, but their passenger downloads have gone up 5,000%. So I'm told.
Mega.
And then yet again, I'm not saying that that's all me, but you'd like to think that me talking about it, the following that I've got and the way I do talk about it, because I don't try to be too corporate with it. I still try to be myself and be like, and just call the others out for what they are and their surge pricing and whatever. Whereas this is just it's a black cab app for 0% for us. Yeah, we pay it in the credit card charges, but they also take cash. And obviously going against like Jump aren't going to want necessarily too much cash to go through, because then they won't make any money whatsoever. But then it's still going to be reinvested into the app for us in the future, I think.
Well, there was a couple of ways to abuse the system, wasn't there? One was cash and one was to use your own card machine. So both of those are kind of small loopholes for you to avoid paying their fees if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But then if you all do that, then the system collapses.
Yeah, you've got to be on their system anyway, and you've got to put through a certain amount of jobs through their system. Otherwise, you're going to phone you up and say
they're going to know.
Yeah, well, they will say, "Well, you're not putting any transactions through. Do you want?" You obviously it costs them money for you to have that system.
The thing is for them as well is like if they're providing the trade as such with a brand new app for us, and it's just black cabs, they've got no plans. I hope that they're going to then say, "Oh, let's bring in the mini cab side of it." I very much there, because they come from a black cab family background, you know. So you'd like to think that cab drivers eventually, especially the new breed of cab drivers, will be like, "Do you know what? I believe in this. We don't need the other mob. We don't need to be a part of that. Let's fucking try and build this." It's like, for example, what is it? Is it Cabvision that have bought
Blackcab.com?
Blackcab.com. What they're going to fail to understand is that yes, they've got it, but you're relying on the fucking trade to promote it for you.
Yeah.
And we know that a lot of these fucking cab drivers, they can't be arsed with it. You go onto ranks and tell them about this, that, and the other. Oh, no, I've got 2 years left, mate. I'm not interested. They're relying on the trade to sell it, and then you got people saying, "Oh, it's going to be available for all credit card systems." Okay, how are you going to help promote it then? Like, you're not. Jump is there. They've got what, maybe 7, nearly 8,000 cab drivers on it,
Which is what you needed.
And that was the clever thing when it launched.
That's
Was that everyone already had all the hardware in. They just turn the switch on and bang, you've got it. You want to use it or not?
It's such an easy system to use.
I recommend it to people. I haven't got the system in my cab, and I probably won't because I have different credit card suppliers and how often I work. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I still happily promote it because it's a no-brainer, really.
But that's like that. And other cab drivers have said, "Oh, have you got any of those like QR coded like cards?" Yeah. They'll have like other credit card machines in their cab, but they're like, "Well, I'm still going to promote it because it's good for the cab trade."
Yeah.
So just because I can't use it doesn't mean that I'm going to not allow someone else to.
You can use it if you get this stuff installed. You can have the stuff installed.
That's the sale, basically. Is that then you use you've got their credit card machine installed, and then of course they make the money through you using that credit card machine.
Yeah.
But then like I said, it's then reinvested into obviously making Jump what it is to then make it better.
Yes, but the absolute situation with the fact that it was already in so many cabs has been really the can't think of the clever word for it.
And you know that is it that 20% VAT threshold that they're putting on taxi fares and whatever?
Yep.
That doesn't come into play with them because they don't have any fees.
Isn't it because we don't work for them? I mean, if you're on the other apps, you're actually kind of employed. That was the argument, was it? We're all.
But that's an
self-employed.
interesting designation, though. Yeah, it's the fee isn't on the journey per se; it's on the card processing.
Yeah, and even now,
okay.
What we've noticed now is that the other two big players, they're not as you don't have to rely on them as such. You have a brand new black cab app that's basically sort of come in and unruffled their feathers. And if you look at, I'll name them. No, I won't.
Yes, I will. No, I won't. I'm not going to.
No, I won't. Yeah. Like the firm that have just said you can get 0% commission if you give us £800 a month.
Oh yeah.
They would never even entertain a 0% commission if it weren't for Jump. All right.
So you're saying
you'll then have cab drivers that will be like, I'm paying 3.5% of my fucking do, but you'll pay them fucking parasites £800 a month on the potential that you might get 0% on all your work. Fucking, you do you, whatever.
I have a little snapshot of someone's app work for 1 week. I won't mention who it is, but they done £3,000 on the week on the app.
Wow.
And I've done it about 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years.
I know. I'll put it up. That was free. Yeah, that's brilliant. That was a lot.
An app that takes a percentage.
And yes, so he got 2,500, and I think the number will be on the screen when they get it, 60, I think. So they took 440-ish of that three, which he was more than happy with. But there is obviously a part of a new breed, and we're not all that long in the tooth, but we're slightly longer in the tooth than most people. Certainly I am used to. But if you are coming to this game now, this mentality was he was using the apps to his advantage constantly. He was just he saw it like a video game, and just kept going bang bang bang, trying to get the app work.
It does that, you know. Like, I think when I sit down with the accountant every year, it gives me a look of like, why are you bothering with these, Tom? Like, it's not even worth it. It's like
I get to my accountant now, they're like, still no apps? No.
No. Must love you, yeah.
There's not a great deal of cash work out there, though, is there? This is all going declarable now, isn't it? It's become a lot more difficult to get away with.
Quarterly? That we've got to do quarterly?
Oh, yeah, self-reporting or whatever. The
quarterly.
Making tax digital thing that's going on, yeah.
Oh, and it's going to be easier to sort of, you won't need an accountant.
I guess
it'll go that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you just go online. For us,
I don't want to go online. I'd rather pay me accountant the money just to not have the ag of like, you've put in the wrong initial here or fucking the wrong number there, and you're like, nah, I'd rather give you your yearly fee.
You do it.
Yeah, you do it, please.
It's very stressful. But it used to be, if you was below, back when I knew this, it was, I think, below £15,000. You only needed to send them a piece of paper with the 3 lines on it. Money in, money out, expenses. Yeah. And that's it. You were done.
Great days.
You never needed anything more than that. I think it's still the same. I just don't know what amount it would be below.
I think it's similar. I think it's, wherever the tax threshold is. So even if you don't earn the tax, you still have to declare what you've taken, even though...
When it goes above a certain amount, you then need to sort of do a little bit more detailed.
Like 50 grand.
That's, when this new self-reporting thing comes in, It's 50 grand.
Oh, if you go over 50 grand, you're going to be self-reporting.
You've got to do this, quarterly self-reporting shenanigans. It's just making tax digital.
Yeah. It's all about
easy. No, it doesn't, because you then got to think of a password, your gateway, this, that. You should see the
deal with customer services, like when you deal with TFL and all this other stuff.
And when people are renewing their badge, what the fuck do I do here? I've got my reference number. What do I do?
Well, it's murder up there. I lost my identifiers, and I actually wanted to go to work. Don't laugh about going to work. I was going to go to work. The identifiers. Paul, I left him in one of Paul's cabs, never got him back. Paul swears blind to give him back, but he didn't. I've written to TFL email. Never. It's got some other geezer working out on my identifier. And actually, the very day I left him in the cab, a mate phoned me up. He said, Dean, are you out working? I just see you go over Westminster Bridge. I said, no. He said, your identifiers are in the back of the cab. And I said, ain't me. The guy who even took the cab hasn't even put his own identifiers in the cab. He's just driving around with my one.
He thought, these look cool. I look like a right ancient cab driver now.
That's that. Like me numbers this, but I was this.
Yeah. Anyway, I wrote to TFL and said I need new identifiers. So here's my badge number and my address. They went back with a different name, saying Mr. Sheridan it was. I said, and it said, we cannot find you, but we found Mr. Sheridan linked to this email address. My email address is dean@wizann.co.uk. So I thought, okay, maybe I've written an email in for someone else at some stage. But we cannot search for you under your badge number. We need your license number. I thought, that can't be right, surely. So I've done it again with my license number. But TFL could not find me with my name, address and badge number. And with my WizAnn logo and everything. Well, not that I'm going to be super famous to them, but I mean, I would have thought some sort of link with someone up there. So I'm waiting again. Took 2 weeks to get that email back. So if you presume that you're not working without the identifiers, then I've had 2 weeks off. Still waiting for them to come back. It's a little bit of a shambles.
Some stuff, they're like really, like you do it online, you chuck the email in and you think, God, this is not going to work. I might as well send a carrier pigeon. And it comes back and it's fine. But then other stuff, like I've changed the address on the taxi vehicle license, so the one you need to take to the overhaul each year. 2 months. Had the unions follow it up. Nothing.
See that renewal of your badge?
Yeah.
The amount of money that they earn up there, you should be able to have like an appearance, have it booked in. You go down with all your paperwork, having someone there that knows you. You haven't changed your facial features. You've not had fucking implants in your nuts, and just
gets done on the day.
It's all done on the day. You pay your fee, even if it's still your 300 and whatever quid. It's £300 every 3 years, and you just do it there and then take.
I think many cab drivers happily would pay more to get that done on the day.
Calm yourself down.
Yeah, I haven't got. No, I would. Oh yeah, how much?
Fucking 900,000 subscribers on YouTube over here. Yeah, we'll pay more. Yeah, I'll fucking treat the first 100 drivers that do it.
No, because otherwise it's just that you got to go to the post office and do the check and send, and then you've got to like.
Or you go to a post office that they go, oh no, we don't do that here.
You tick the wrong box. And you have to go back and reprint off the form and then go again and you have to wait and then they come back and say the DBS check doesn't line up. Because if you can go and do the overhaul the same day somewhere, if you can go do the Seru test same day and get your results, why can't they do that then?
I don't know. Well, none of this was as difficult as is back in the day. None of this. It was all absolutely easy. And if you lost your badge, it was easy. If you needed anything, it was easy. But people would still moan. Like, I've had to go up the PCO today and I've been standing there for 20 minutes trying to talk to someone and tell them I need a new badge. Did you get it? Yeah, I got my new badge. But now we're looking at weeks and months and whatever just for a communication between them.
But it's just like life at the minute. Things are so difficult. You try to be as kosher and as upfront and honest as you need to be. And they make it so hard. Everything's tailor-made, in my opinion, to catch you out.
Yeah. And it's difficult for the older generation because, like, I'm not saying necessarily TFL or to cab drivers, but any service that is now been pushed online, it's like, through no fault of their own, it's like, yep, you've got to go through this now.
They just want old people to die. Just fucking get out. Not interested.
I'm part of that generation, to be honest. I hate forms. I hate doing anything like that. I want to just be explained to and done and dusted. And you know the same thing with people who don't want to do emails. They want to phone up and speak to somebody, and it's clearer for them.
It's like you go into a bank. It's like you're paying a cheque, and then you have fucking old Gail come up to you and say, "You do know that you can scan it on your phone and do it from home." I went, "Yes, love, but I want to keep you in a fucking job." And then she's like,
"Where did it come from? Where is this money? Whose is it?"
Yeah, touche. Thank you. We appreciate you. So, I mean, and they're like, "What's your one gripe with the trade?"
My one gripe. What if
you could change? If you had
a magic wand,
and you could sort of change, alter, or bring in, what would it be? You
can't have one, can you?
Well, you got to pick one.
You got bundles.
You got to do the old genie, like wish for more wishes, because one ain't going to cover it, is it? I think access to roads is probably one of my biggest ones.
Or lately,
yeah. You can get all those back, all those different routes and runs we used to have. I was just thinking the other day about how many streets have been closed off. And just so many little ones you never think about, and you think, oh, I used to be able to do that, used to be able to do that, used to be able to do that. And there's nothing new. I think there's like one that's right near Paddington, like Pride Street. I think it's like Tanner Lane or something it's called. It's the only like new street I've known of in like the 8 years or so I've been
Go
out.
back 30 years, everything was accessible, and surely it would reduce traffic. And I think a lot of it was to do with safety, isn't it, of children playing in streets. There are no kids playing in streets.
Yeah,
so
not in central London, because they're getting mugged, didn't they?
As they come by. You used to drive along Lower Thames Street, Upper Thames Street. For a start, it was 2 lanes either side, so it was 4 lanes of traffic. It was moving quite quickly. And you could actually turn left and right everywhere along it. So you could go up Queen Street, you'd end up in the city. You come across Southwark Bridge, you went straight through. All that was really easy, accessible. And all this single lane stuff to increase bicycles. We now got bicycles doing 30 mile an hour and cabs and cars doing 10 to 15. It is ridiculous.
It's all psychological now as well, because when you do tump it up to 30 mile an hour, in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, I might add, you feel like you're speeding.
Yeah, you go home
Cheeks
and you
again.
get the bigger roads out near where I live out, north or whatever, and But the other one added to that is that I know they've brought in some of these like smarter junctions so that, it allows the cyclists to advance forward and stuff, but some of it's just way over-engineered. Like, why it can't be phased, so like in the busier times of days when the cyclists are coming, it puts more priority on them, and at the night when there's less cyclists, it switches it. The worst one, if you're doing Birdcage Walk on Great George Street and Horse Guards,
bottom, yeah.
it's exactly 2 minutes. If you pull up and you see the light go red, you'll sat there for 2 minutes. And the reason by it being is it goes eastbound traffic, then southbound traffic, then westbound traffic, or in one order like that, then pedestrians, then cyclists. So even the pedestrians have to wait exactly 2 minutes. Even the cyclists have to wait 2 minutes.
It's control.
And the thing is, everyone goes on the red man anyway. Like, everyone crosses on the red man.
And the cyclists.
And also with the new highway code rule, we have to give way to cyclists anyway. So why can't we just be more like Europe, where we can turn left on a green light? Pedestrians have, like I say, a flashing green light, which means they can or a solid green light, which means they can walk.
It's like
and
in America,
we
isn't
just
it?
look out for them, you know? Because it's in their favour anyway.
Yeah.
You know what it does me is when you get like a team full of fucking cyclists, like fucking 100 of them, they're behind you and you're indicating left to go. And you think, like, do you know what? That speedy one there, I'll let him go and then I'll sort of start nudging. But they all go bang, bang, bang. It's like, oh, well, we're allowed to.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
But it's a mix, though, with those that know they're allowed to and those that don't know they're allowed to. So if you put the left indicator on, it's like 50-50, whether someone's going to either slow down and go, what do I do?
Yeah.
Or whether you've got someone who goes, oh, I know my rights, and cycles past. So it's like worse in many ways. But left, honestly, you think of how many left turns you can get if it was just left turn, do a red on the left turn, like in the States, like in Europe.
The banning of the left turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they've done, they've just put us, the black cab industry, in the same bracket as just a normal car. We pay, and I've said this to you before, we pay a premium. We've earned the right to do all London, and we pay a premium for a vehicle to perform specific turns in London to get us to get to A to B in the quickest and most direct route. But because the Pond Life app is also now here, it'll be, well, if they can do it, we should be able to do it because we're doing the same duty. So that's why they just put, like, no vehicles. But I'm adamant, as long as a bus can do something,
We should be able to do it.
we should be able to do it because it's got nothing to do with safety. It's got fuck all to do with it.
What's your magic wand then, Dane? What would you do? Yeah.
Well, in terms of the situation with the cab drivers at the moment, we've got 14,500, I think the latest statistic was.
About that, yeah. Just under 15,000.
We're now down by 12,000, I think it was, from the peak. So 26,000, I think, is the number of where it was 30 years ago, maybe 35 years ago. And something was pointed out to me that was really interesting. The work that we do needs to be covered. If you don't cover the work, someone takes it, which is what's happened. So we have these numbers now, and all of the cabbies now are saying, oh, I'm earning money. So if you're earning money, you don't want any other cabbies to come. That's always been the psychology. When there was 26,000 cabbies, we were earning money. They wanted another 10,000 cabs back then to make it 36,000 cabs. But the cab drivers themselves were up in arms. That would water us down, dilute the money that we take. But they didn't realise it was being proposed on the basis of the expansion of the night scene that was going to grow in London, and there was going to be a lot more work, and it needed to be covered. When we didn't cover it, basically what was covered is you used to go along Courtnell before the apps came along, and there would be 55 Ford Granadas parked up on the side of Courtnell and outside what was, it might have been called Abacus Bar still then. I don't know if is it still there, Abacus Bar? Forge now. Yeah. So they were parked there waiting, and they were called gypsy cabs or mini scabs or whatever you want. They were not legal in any sense. And the illegal cab industry 30 years ago was massive.
Rife.
Yeah, unbelievable. And all they've done, they've all jumped on the apps, haven't they? They're not illegal anymore. They've kind of been legitimised. But they are covering the work that we are not able to cover by the volume of numbers we've got now. The numbers are very low. So you definitely need to increase the numbers. We need to work on that, which we come across the problem of everybody saying, oh, you got a vested interest. The cab garages have got a vested interest because they need to have more cabs, except the driver. The driver has a vested interest. Now I've passed, so the less and less cabs we get, the bigger pool of money I take from, and I will have work. but eventually the trade will
It's
be
not sustainable though.
No.
Is it? And then what will happen is the people of power or authority will be like, well, we need to cover this and whatever, and we'll create other types of ranks for other form of transports to be able to sort of plot up and sit outside.
Yeah.
Like what they've done at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
They've given them their own sort of sitting and waiting area.
You sit pretty much opposite King's Cross, the rank at King's Cross. That's pretty much
As soon as they have a compliance officer there, it's clear as anything. There is no traffic there whatsoever. And when I very first got out, I used to think like, I'm going to be a fucking trade saver, and you'd have rows with them and say, you can't do that, and they're like, but now you're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because you're then not supported by other cab drivers. It's like when you see them ranked up on our ranks, I always get out and have a word. Would you mind? Look, it is a working rank. I was comfortable with the row with it.
Yeah.
Would you mind moving off? Then it's going to go one of two ways in their response, and it's like 9 times out of 10 they're like, oh yeah, I'm just waiting for. No. Listen, you haven't earned the right. And then all you do is just take a picture. As soon as you take a picture of their vehicle, they're off.
Mm.
You don't threaten them with any sort of like, yeah, do this and do that. It's just like, would you mind moving off? No, all right, take a picture. And then send it in. But yeah, again, as cab drivers that are there, too many cab drivers, sort of understandably, they're too fixated on, I need to earn my money, I need to get home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of being together as a team and being like, mate, come on, off you get. Or just pull on. Even if you have no plans on being on that rank and you see someone, just pull on, bib them off they get, and then sit there for a couple of minutes and then just pull off.
Yeah. What's this is private eye sitting on actual taxi ranks.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the plans for the future? You're both, as I said, megastars. You have both had a good year.
In what sense?
Well, I've seen you go from being a little like Padawan to sort of like a massive megastar. Tom has just been like strength to strength. Tom's videos at some stage during the year jumped from like...
I've gone back the other way now. My editor disappeared. So,
really?
Yeah, I've really struggled this year.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
He's having it hard.
No, it's a lot of work. But yeah, sorry, carry on. with
The
the
skill,
point.
the quality was amazing.
Yeah, well, it was just nice because it meant that I could go out and I'd focus a lot more on the script of what I wanted to say. Because when you edit it yourself, you're thinking like, you're filming it and you're like, oh, I won't go too deep on that because I'm the one who's got to edit it. Like, how am I going to get this across? It kind of shortens your message down a bit. But the guy I used to work with, it was mental. He could find like real archive footage of taxis that would explain the exact point I was talking about. And I'm like,
that's what you pay for, though.
like, where are you finding this stuff? I can't find that sort of stuff, and I know this trains, you know.
Yeah.
So nothing related to cabs or anything, but that was good then because it meant I could really hit home on the point.
You can't spread yourself so thinly. That's the thing.
Yeah.
People think like, for this example, I do most of this.
Yeah.
And then someone will pipe in and say, you could have done it. Hang on a minute. There was a million things involved in just getting it this far.
Yes.
You can't, at some stage, you've got to give up. I mean, I don't know if you've seen his new podcast, The World Cup of Things.
No?
Yeah, it's called the World Cup of, and it's just, so if there's anything in the world, like there's a World Cup for it. So the World Cup, it's for the lead up to the World Cup next year.
Yeah.
And we've done the World Cup of video games, so all the iconic old school video
Oh, yeah,
games.
what come out on that? Go on.
I'm telling you, you have to subscribe to it.
Oh, ain't it, is it?
No, it's on Patreon.
I've got to subscribe to it.
It's like £5 a month, just cheaper than a pint in London.
Is it hosted on
okay.
Patreon or is it on all the other podcasts?
So it's on Spotify, so we've got a few episodes on Spotify as well.
Yeah, I'm going to find it now.
So you got so it's on Patreon. The World Cup of Playmakers, the World Cup of
Ginger
Crisps.
Cabbie, yeah.
World Cup of
Computer
Playmakers,
games,
what, in terms of football?
No, football games in general, like like Road Rash, Mortal Kombat, Tekken.
Oh, this is my kind of language, really, yeah.
So and then so what the format is that we put 4 teams into their groups, and it's like 8 groups of 4, goes into the last 16, goes into the quarters, semis, and then in the final. And then, but basically, what it is, me and All Right fans, we're having a discussion why we think this is more of an iconic game than others. But we discuss about why we should sort of like not maybe say that in the future. So, but it's very light-hearted, and it's also very sort of, it's non-woke.
Yeah.
In the sense that we just tell it how it is. I mean, you've seen my shows and what goes on there, so
Yeah.
very much like that. But yeah, it's a World Cup of...
yeah.
we done a World Cup of Hard Bastards.
Oh, okay.
So you got
I was in that.
fellas from Bermondsey, the Mexican cartel, travellers, scaffolders, mums, fuck it, there's loads.
I
That's
don't
a
know if you
great
beat
format,
Mexico
man. That's
until.
awesome. I've
So yeah,
watched
so
that.
the plan is if we get 10,000 Patreon members, we'll do a lottery. The first 10 people that we pull out, we're going to take to the World Cup next year in Mexico.
What a great idea.
Mexico World Cup again.
So there's Mexico, America, Canada.
Oh, they're
It's
sharing
shared.
it free.
Yeah.
Gary Lineker, Golden Boot, Mexico, 1986.
86. So you talking like they just had the World Cup. Fucking game.
I was there.
Dean's just been a little blaze in between, just like nothing.
That's where you got that fucking Mexican
I
cough.
know it is. Oh dear. But Mexico is not my list of places that people should go to, and they're absolutely off their trolleys. The Mexicans.
Yeah, it depends what you like.
Oh, they've just killed the prime minister, haven't they?
Are they?
Well, it's all in uproar.
Was that in 86 or now?
No, now, literally now, they're throwing out the leader because she's not Catholic. And there's billions of people in the square. I'm not sure if they're doing it just because she's not Catholic. It's probably because she's a cartel leader or something like
Right,
that.
yeah,
I don't know.
behind closed doors, yeah.
But yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
it is. I've seen it. It's very
Wicked,
good. I'm not on
yeah.
Patreon because I'm not paying him any money to be
Why
a
would
member
you?
of that. Jesus
So
Christ.
your friends don't pay. You get people that from up north are saying that support you. Your real mates go, I hope you die.
No,
Yeah,
that's
where's
wrong.
my little entry? Like, can you give us entry? Give us
Yeah.
guest list, please.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
It's like
I'm
with
a
comedy
big fan,
nights.
don't
It's
do
like your real mates, they don't come
Nah.
to your shows. But then if you're going to go and sell out the O2, they'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll come.
that.
Get us a box.
No, I'll buy my tickets.
I know you do.
You should always. Someone taught me this many years ago. It's basically if you are a friend
You're
and
not
your
paying
friend's
them.
got a business, you pay more, not
Yeah.
less. You show support, not less support. Unless they're billionaires and they want to give you something for free, that's
It's
fine.
like getting in a cab, isn't it? When someone says to me, "Oh, do you get free rides off cab drivers?" Like, no, I have to pay more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's an embarrassment. You have to. You being
Yeah.
famous as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
You better tip because otherwise
Yeah,
they'll
oh,
talk
yeah.
about you afterwards.
100%.
That Tom Hutley
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
got in my cab the other day. No tip.
It's like any celebrity you have who doesn't tip.
You always
know?
remember him.
Yeah, I always remember him.
Gavin Hastings, isn't it? He was the captain of the Scottish rugby team, and it was in the years when he was playing, and I picked him up and took him to a gig that was for the rugby, and he was all dicky bowed up. And it was in the Haymarket, dropped him off, £9, gives me a tenner, and he's waiting.
Do you know what you'll get? People, the trolls will be like, why would you not want to give him his £1 back? It's his money.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
it
You know what
wasn't
I mean?
about-
That's what we're in, though.
Yeah, that is when you think hard about it. Yeah, oh yeah, well I guess legaling is still legaling. It's still.
No,
People
he's
are
more than
waiting for
welcome
their
to.
like 40p.
Yeah.
Just have like a bunch of 5p's.
I call
Yeah.
I call it hungry hippoing. You know, where they proper
We could be
go with the change
nasty.
tray.
So after this, you're going to subscribe, aren't you?
I am.
Fiver. Yeah.
I am going to subscribe. It will be the only subscription that I have. You've got a show coming up.
14th of December.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
the Backyard Comedy Club. Got Big John coming. It's basically like the roast of Big John. Everyone knows who sort of Big John is. You know, the geezer goes, bash.
Oh, Bosh, yeah, Bosh. Yeah.
Orders are Chinese. So it's him, his son, Johnny Fisher, so the actual athlete of the family.
Yeah.
It's the week after his first fight back since losing to Dave Allen. So he's fighting out in Monaco. Week later, we got a show going on at my gaff, and I've got Andrew Mensah and Bemi Oladipo also performing on the night. Chicken George
Chicken George, the chicken is good.
on the food all night.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's 3 different ticket prices. One, you can have 3 drinks tokens with it and food all night. Middle one is obviously entry to the comedy club also, but comedy club, and you have 1 round of food. Then the third price is literally just entry into the comedy night. And you've been to quite a few of the shows.
I love it. I actually find it a right good night out. Chicken George is great. The shows are great, and I get really involved. Stand-up comedy is a real brave act. Really, I get a lot of respect from me. The getting up in front of people, trying to be funny. It ain't no easy gig.
No.
That is no easy gig. What you do as well, I don't want to make you feel too good, but it's a real skill. It really, I know that everything that you're doing is made up on the fly,
Yeah.
and you're picking up on things, and it's great, and it is quite funny. There's no script, but you want to stand up now, don't you?
Yeah. I
You
want
wanna-
to try and not try. I will start doing my own material so I can go and perform on other people's nights and stuff like that instead of just ad-libbing and entertaining the crowd and having a conversation with the crowd. It's just I want to be able to do my own stuff and then potentially do my own sort of tours around the UK.
Yeah.
And then do a bigger one back home.
Next level.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I will do, and that's what I need to do because everything has a shelf life. So it's
Yeah.
like the videos starting on the Instagram. It's like, even though I still do them, I don't do them as much as I used to, but I still do them. That's got a shelf life, and it's like, right, where do I take it from here? Right, let's try my hand at hosting my own comedy nights. Doing that now, and I've got I've planted my feet firmly at the Backyard Comedy Club. What's next? Now, the next level is to be my own stand-up comedian, do my own shows, and not have to rely on other people to come in
and tour.
Yeah, and do a tour.
Come all the way to South East London, do up the creek, save me travelling.
Possibly. Possibly, yeah.
He won't use my material. I've got some fresh material. This will obviously be cut out, but this is I have one lifetime joke.
How long is this podcast going to be? It's going to be 10 minutes long, I think, by the time we've cut this
I'll
out.
keep most of it in. Dave's the censors.
Tom, have you ever thought about doing what you do, like, abroad?
Yeah. Yeah, I always do. It's more come down to... I was going to go to New York and do the New York cab system, but I wanted to get out there and try and get like as much content and videos out of there. Because if you go out there for just do one video, it needs a videographer, and also it needs to be edited. So with a sponsor, I can just about probably break even on it. But you know, if you make a couple more videos, because you're already there, you've got the infrastructure there, so it's trying to get as much out there as possible. Yeah.
What would be the format then? You're going to go there and tell a story of New York's cab
There seems to
drivers?
be a weird kind of catnip on YouTube with any of my content if it's related to the airport. It's like you do anything related to the airport, it's like 3 times the views or whatever.
Just our airport.
Yes. Or even city airport. It's just like a weird crossover of like transportation geeks, aviation geeks, and it's just like, fuck yeah. So it would probably be like seeing how does the New York...
Are you calling your subscribers geeks?
No, well, any sort of niche you have that, don't you? And there's obviously crossovers in what world they live in. So whether they've come from like, I don't know, it might be historical London stuff, there might be travel kind of people, and there is a bit of, let's say, aviation. You can see what people, you obviously know the back end stuff. You can see what else they look at and watch to give you a kind of an idea of how to tailor your content. But yeah, that'd be one to sort of see how does like the New York airport tax system work? What does the feeder park look like in New York? You know, is it better than ours?
Well, they do fixed fares, don't they? Apparently.
Yeah, exactly. What do I think
Fucking
of the fixed
fares again. I'm talking about that.
But
where is he? Where is he?
But everywhere, yeah.
You're a fixed fare fan.
I see merit to it. But I'm not going to say like, oh, let's just do it tomorrow. You know,
Right. Dave pointed out one. I mean, if you're against or for the doorman of hotels, doorman on hotels control a flow of some of our work, and they can give us or not give us.
Correct.
If you want to piss them off completely and take away whatever it is, the backhanders or the little bunces that they get for whatever they do, then they will piss us off completely, and there won't be any jobs that they will give to us. They will give it all to someone else or create their own service. And Dave pointed out as well that the Connaught, we checked it, the Connaught pays $14 million a year in rates. If Connaught says, take that taxi rank away, please, and put a loading bay or do whatever, Westminster Council will be, fine, do that, we don't need it anymore. And they will have their own little service. So
is it down to the borough or the hotel that puts those ranks in there?
Do you imagine if I've got that much contribution?
Like the Ned, didn't it? When that first opened up, they had the fucking Ned rank halfway up fucking Poultry down the road, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then, but people, when it first opened, it was like, no, I'm going to rank outside on fucking Princey Street, sorry, but then we're going to rank outside Poultry because that's where the main door is to go in.
Yeah.
No matter, irrelevant what they say on Princey Street. And I think they was the ones that requested through the City of London, we need a rank outside.
Yeah. Can you imagine the rates they're paying? You get the power from that, surely.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to get what you want other than us. So it changed my view. I don't like it when I lose a job that someone's taken to the airport where it was literally a random airport. They come out with their cases, they're going to jump in the first cab on the rank. But rather than that, the doorman stalled them. 1 minute, I get my mate Nigel, he'll get fear and I'll get 20 quid from that one. And you think, okay, a little bit unfair, but all of us have tips and bunces from whatever we do in some way, and that's theirs. That's their how
But
they
that
get
only
their
goes
extra
into
money.
the doorman's pocket, though, not the hotel's pocket per se, though, does it?
Well, it's the doorman's tips.
Because the hotels also don't like sometimes what the concierge gets up to. So they turn a blind eye to it. So they've got their own little mini cartel of what they got going on, and then they do their own thing. But then the hotel, I think, are like, as long as we don't fucking see it happening or there's complaints coming our way, we won't say anything.
Well, anyway, that was fixed fares. So there won't be fixed fares coming in anytime soon, I think, because of Dave. So you can blame Dave.
Cheers,
Dave, the enforcer.
Anything else we want to just add before we sort of kick off? And I'll say thank you very much.
No, just all the knowledge pods that are coming in here. Just keep it simple. Don't complicate it. You'll get there in the end.
Well, it's getting more and more simple. I mean, it's getting absurdly simple. And I'm updating routes now for the Blue Book runs. And where you would have something very intricate, it's now just one big elbow. There is no through routes, and
that's fucking garbage. Like we got back to what you just said, Tom, is that giving us access to this stuff, and we all know that if it's a blue run, like council, we got access, Hurlingham Road and all that stuff. Go up to fucking Islington, Camden, where it's red, they hate us.
Yeah,
they don't want us in there.
Well, look at the new one that's just come in at Crossways, King Emrys Walk. They've taken away
garbage, mate.
Yeah,
mental.
So they take that away, and they're having to look at it again because there's no left turns, right turns, or anything on the junction of Balls Pond Road, Kings Road.
Nope.
So you end up like if you're coming down, you're trapped. You're kind of like
you end up on the A12.
Yeah, it's impossible to actually get around. And then because as you go lower, everything in Downham Road and of course they're all LTNs. You can't.
So to get that left, you'd have to do that little right and left Bentley.
Yeah,
and then come back. But imagine explaining that to your passenger. But then, again, psychological warfare. Passenger will be like, I ain't getting a fucking cab anymore.
Yeah.
I'll get a bus. Or, do you know what I mean? It's all that. What do we do? We can't do any. Maybe you.
Well, I am that powerful. Yeah, that's true. The Worshipful Company, which is Tom's backyard, they're fairly powerful. They are really the instigators of what happened at Bank Junction, aren't they?
Yes.
But we still can't come from Lombard.
No, they've changed. You can go from east to west now.
No, south to north.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Princess to Lombard to King William.
So yeah, but coming from London Bridge, King
Straight
William,
up.
Lombard, you can't do that. You have to get back up to
Yeah,
Lombard.
it was voted when it came in. Apparently, they had a choice of about 4 different traffic movements they could pick there. And the one they've gone for is the most simplest, which is just straight
east,
across.
west to east,
yeah, no turning whatsoever. And obviously, this is a trial basis anyway, so it could unlock a bit more. Who knows? But yeah, the fact that we've got a city livery company is quite powerful because obviously it's a lot of the top bods within the city.
It's helped
get to
massively,
go
though. It has helped massively, I think.
That's Councillor James, Common Councilman, I'm going to get the entire title wrong there, but James Thompson, who was, I think he's ex-Met, quite high up in the ex-Met, who got that through, and a few other people there as well.
Well done, Jimmy.
That we owe a huge debt of gratitude to.
Yeah, it makes a lot of difference to getting through there. But we should go back to the old days.
Of what?
My view would be if you brought it all in because it was for safety issues.
I just want to add, actually, that Bank Junction is actually madly quick now. Like how much, even if you're coming through, or even if you're coming all the way from the west, right? I can't remember what I was doing the other day, and I had to end up must have been Tower of London or somewhere that way. It is just phenomenal how quick that is, because obviously Google's just going to go Cannon Street or Victoria Embankment. That's all you can do, basically. Yeah. Maybe London Wall, but no one's going to go there. Anyway, so you just fly straight through that, and it is how much?
10 mile an hour speed limit, isn't it?
Yeah, but you save 10 minutes.
The
more
buses,
than that
though.
Journeys, yeah.
That's a documentary needs to be done on these fuckers, mate, because they fly. They're so aggressive. They're so aggressive. They're not doing 20 mile an hour.
And they ain't getting speeding tickets,
and
are they?
They fly through red
the
lights.
cop with a gun puts the gun down when he sees the bus.
They fly through red lights. They sit in yellow boxes.
Carte blanche, in it.
Yeah, I reckon they're used as weapons to create traffic as well. Especially these out of service, not in service bastards as well.
Well, this is my sort of argument on the buses and how a lot of things in life have gone backwards. Years ago, the bus would pull into a bus stop, so then all the traffic get past it. Indicate, and then all the traffic will come past it. Everyone hops on the bus via the front doors, the back doors, the old route master, and then the bus can get moving. And then once the bus gets moving, the conductor goes round and checks everyone's tickets. Now, what do people have to do? They all have to get on the front door. Everyone has to go beep, beep. The bus can't move until everyone gets on. And added to that, there's no place for them to pull in now. It's just in the street, like Regent Street.
Also, buses, they play psychological fuckery as well. They don't indicate at bus stops. So the plebs behind think, we're stuck in traffic. And then when you give it one of them, there's fucking 4 miles of clear road.
He's done it on purpose.
And you're bibbing, you're like, what are you doing? But they don't care. The leather glove comes up and they go, fuck off.
Whereas again, we're moving away from everybody having jobs because the bus conductor on the bus, there was the driver and the conductor.
Yep.
2 jobs. They get rid of that job in some sense. Nothing has got quicker. Technology in many of these aspects, like the TfL computer system.
Yeah, I went to the
nothing's got
Transport
quicker.
Museum, and there was just like there was bits in there how they were saying about they've reduced inefficiencies with the gates when you go through, like on the underground, you tap your wrist, and they're saying in the future it might be facial recognition. So as you walk up, it's going to see it and it's going to pre-open the barriers for you. So patting themselves on the back for all that kind of stuff, but then the buses like just backwards, full on backwards. And then people don't even tap on anyway. They don't open the back doors because they don't want people to jump on and skip the fare anyway. People who skip the fare on the bus just walk straight past the driver. And
an old school bus driver would get out and drag a hoodlum off and be like, "No, get off now."
We're not moving this bus until until you get off, sort of thing. And then all the passengers would be in arms.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming along.
Thanks for having us.
It's always good to have you. I mean, the 2 stars together. It should increase my viewership by at least 2 to 3 people.
Yep.
I'll
be one of those.
1,003. Well, I'll be subscribing to your Patreon. You've probably got something that I've got to subscribe to as well, have you?
No,
you don't want any money for no subscriptions or anything. Oh.
I haven't got anything to offer, really. Yeah. Just can you give me a taxi out of here, please? Yeah.
Are you coming to my show in December?
I can't. I'm not here.
Are you not here?
No, but I was going to be there in December. And I've got to go home and be with my wonderful kids for the Christmas period. Yeah, that's it.
How overrated is that?
My kids?
No. They're the greatest creation, aren't
yes.
they? Thanks for having us.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Tom, for coming. Thank you, Aaron, for coming. Good luck with this show. And Tom, good luck with the New York trip that we'll all come on and have a Beano. Taxi!